G'day, cunts. Welcome to episode 9 of the Greencast, a podcast where I ramble to myself in my bedroom about whatever the fuck I want to, but occasionally do that with other people. This episode is not one of those. Although, now that I say that, and I just remind my own self with the stuff that I'm talking about, next week I'm going to have Worst Rocking on. Yeah, so it's going to be a double trouble of an Aussie podcast. Double the Oz. So, after this podcast goes up, I'm going to put up the community tab where you can ask questions to Worst Rocking or any other topics that you want us to talk about. Or, again, alternatively, you can email me at mrgreentexts@gmail.com. That's Mr. GreenTexts with an S on the end of that, because, yeah, people apparently forget the S a lot. But yeah, so if you have any questions for Worst Rocking, community tab, or the Gmail. So, already by the clickbaity title, I might as well just get into the most popular fucking thing. I got on the radio this past week. And by radio, I mean digital radio. And I was going to say national radio. I should have said national radio, because that sounds a lot better than just radio. But no, I got on the Luke and Lewis show, which is basically a radio show on a digital radio at the moment. Well, they do actually go on actual radio on Fox FM, which is an Australian radio broadcaster here, but they only broadcast in Melbourne on Sundays. I don't know, it's all weird. But basically, they're two Australian stand-up comedians. I love them both, Lewis Spears and Luke Kitchell. Been to basically all of their shows. I just missed Lewis's first. Huge fan of them both, love the shit. But Luke is going on his second tour this year. And he's looking for someone to do an announce. Well, basically, when he goes up on the stage, he wants a voice recording. He wants a voice recording. Why can't I say recording? There we go. Voice recording. I don't know why I fucking go the fucking that scientist from Simpsons, you know the one, fucking voice recording in the voice. Anyway, I'm getting off topic immediately. When he goes up on the stage, he wants a voice recording of someone just being like, "Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls." Basically, a small hype man. And so they recently put out on the radio saying that yeah, they're looking for someone to do that and send in your little voice clips, do it to this song, and send it to the email, and we'll review it on the show. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I might as well do that. I got some nice recording equipment, put together my own little thing. And I suppose I might as well just give you, well, I mean, that's all the context you really need. I might as well just play the actual clip now and then explain what happened afterwards.
Next up is Mr. GreenTexts. So he hasn't given his real name.
Mr. GreenTexts, very mysterious.
Okay, go. Once again, Reese Maston killing his bit. His bit's so consistent.
This one, a bit more promising, much higher quality.
Oh, true. The recording does
These
sound
were
better.
recorded separate.
All right, here we go.
Himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, welcome to the stage, Luke Kitchell!
That was pretty good. He went,
His voice had like a falsetto at the end.
I like
but
that.
I do
the
like.
energy's good.
He does acknowledge the transgender community, which is good. It's progressive, and I like that. He said boys and girls and everything in between.
Which was something, mine was very exclusionary, my intro.
It was.
And it had no falsetto either.
Yeah.
So
well,
I like that
the one thing I would say is I kind of wanted someone with a bit more of a deeper voice.
It was a bit high.
I think he was about 12.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've got one more.
Oh, look, no offense to Mr. GreenTexts. You may be 14 and you might be really offended by that, but that's the same thing.
Yeah, I got called 12. Fuck! Man, I got fucking roasted on radio, dude, by my two favorite comedians. Fuck my life, fam. God fucking damn it. But I mean, it's ironic because, you know, I have a fucking YouTube channel of almost 40,000 subscribers. I think I'll hit 40k next week. Of a channel where I fucking narrate things with apparently my prepubescent voice. Oh my god. But it doesn't end there. Oh no, it does not. Fucking not long afterwards, I'm like, oh man, I got roasted. Mind you, I heard this on the way, because I don't listen to it live, unfortunately, because it's usually too inconvenient for me. So I listened to the podcast version of it. So I was listening to it in the car when I heard it, and I'm like, oh fuck! And so, this is like a day later, I think. And so, I put out a tweet, some of you guys might have seen it. I basically said, like, oh man, yeah, I basically explained the situation, and I added Luke Kidgel, and he liked the tweet, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. And yeah, then one of my friends in real life sent me a message over Facebook with a screenshot from the Luke and Lewis Instagram page, and I'll just put up the screenshot now. As an insult to injury, I guess more so. They're gonna double down on the prepubescent voice thing, and yeah, they put out a thing to say when my voice cracks, I should call in the show. And your boy's a bit hurt. Oh fuck. Oh man, but I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas because I mean I'm fucking 19. I guess it's just the voice that I'm fucking stuck with for the rest of my life at this stage. I've already stopped growing. I'm not that tall, I think. Last time I measured myself, I'm 177 centimeters. I don't know what that is in whatever other fucking weird measurement system you use, so convert that. You have Google, it doesn't take fucking hard. You have Siri, probably a lot quicker than Googling, or Galaxies, or whatever the fuck you have. Anyway, immediately off topic again. So talking about, oh yes, Luke and Lewis. Yeah, so I got roasted on live radio, and then also on their fucking Instagram feed. But yeah, I got a couple memes that I could probably do and call up with like a voice modifier with a really like deep voice or something like that, or even just put on a really cringe like deep voice and just call in the show and see what happens. But the funny thing is I've already got tickets to Luke's show this midway through next month, so I'll just confront him and just be like, oi, fucking you listen here, cunt. I'm not 12. I'm kind of fully grown, almost adults. Not in America, because you guys are weird. Could do everything else in Australia. Don't know why. Yeah, also, oh whatever, I'll go all fucking off topic. Don't know why that's a thing. Why is the drinking age 21 in America? Because in Australia, the moment you fucking hit, well, I mean, everyone here is fucking drinking from the age 16 anyway, with like house parties. But legal drinking age here is 18, which literally everything here is like 18 is the minimum age for doing shit like that. Apart from driving a car, you can get your learner's license at 16. And I think once you hit 20, you can go on your opens license once you go through your green peas, your red peas, sorry, then your green peas. But yeah, don't know why the drinking age is 21 in America. I mean, I think that's literally the only thing where it's like you have to be 21 to do. But like, you can still buy a gun from like 12. Don't know how that works. Just like, oh, this person obviously is not responsible enough to drink alcohol, but they're responsible enough to own a gun. Wait, isn't the reason why it's 21 because they want to think that the brain isn't fully developed until that time and then they can't handle it? Why isn't that the same for guns? Honestly, like that's, I mean, fucking every time I like mention guns, I have to put out a fucking disclaimer. Honestly, at this stage, like, I mean, at this stage, gun control is not really possible in America. I mean, it's worked in Australia, so I'll put out that. But there's just too many people, and the mentality of guns is just so much different, and such a different culture to literally anywhere else in the world, where it just would not work. And it's so ingrained in people's heads that owning these literally murder weapons is their God-given fucking right. That it would literally take a war for them to take those murder weapons away. Because that's what they're made for. There's no reason why you need a fucking AK, or even just like any other any other like automatic rifle, because you don't need that for hunting. Honestly, don't give me that shit. And fucking the tyrannical government just seems like a meme. But yeah, it honestly just wouldn't work. Gun control just wouldn't really work in America at this stage. I think it's just more responsible gun laws and just shit like that. Raise up the minimum age to buy a fucking gun. Make mandatory like safes. And I don't know. Because like the whole reason why people... I don't know. Because yeah, I was about to say safes. Do that. But then, like, people would be like, oh, but if someone breaks in my house, I just want to be able to get my shotgun and shoot them. I don't want to go through a safe. But then I also don't want my kid shooting up a school. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to get off that now. But yeah, that went off the rails a little bit for a second. But yeah, your boy got on radio and got fucking called 12 years old. Fuck my life. So the other biggest thing that really happened this past week-ish is the hashtag Creepyleaks, which is basically the Google Doc equivalent of the channel Awesome Allegations. If you remember, I talked about that probably even, it was like a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point. Mr. Creepypasta had his version come out of a Google Doc filled of all the shit that he's been fucking pulling for a while. So this one was actually a lot shorter. So I actually did manage to read through all of it. A lot of it was just like screenshots from like his personal Facebook. But the gist of it is, and like again, it's all allegations. Also, this hasn't really hurt him at all for some fucking reason. For the first like couple of days when the Google Doc released, people were like kind of just like bombing him. He was getting like maybe 70% instead of like 100% like ratio. And now it's back to fucking normal. So I guess it really didn't do shit against him. But the gist of it is that he had like a big fuck off Kickstarter a while ago for his comic book. And yeah, he made a lot more money than he needed to. And when the dude crunched the numbers, and he worked with him, so he knew the actual numbers, basically, I think it was like, he only had a certain number of hardcovers of comics and soft covers. I can't say words today. Hardcovers and soft covers of comic books to distribute to people that actually backed the Kickstarter. But the cost of that was only like $2,000 or $3,000, and he made $20,000. And so he was like, where the fuck's that money went? And then he linked a bunch of screenshots that he's been doing. Stuff like renting out a new house, buying his girlfriend an engagement ring, going to Disneyland, shit ton of fucking trips here and there. And basically he's like, yeah, he just spent the Kickstarter money on it. Which, I mean, fucking, that's Kickstarters for you, dude. You're not 100%. There's always a disclaimer in Kickstarter that you're basically donating your money. You don't 100% expect a product back, because they're not obligated to give you back a product, even though that's what they're advertising. Well, at least that's what they've got in their terms of service, and that's why they're always covered when some guy fucking runs off because he had $1 million Kickstarter and immediately didn't understand production and got immediately fucked and went, screw it, I'll keep all the money. Oh man, time for my drinking water segment that I always seem to have in these podcasts. I don't know, you're gonna have to give me a bit of an excuse with the dry mouth shit again. I just finished my fourth meeting with the audience development dude from my network. It was basically just another session just to help me benefit my channel with monetization and merchandising and shit like that. I don't know, might as well fucking talk about in this podcast. I have ideas for merchandising, in the sense of I have t-shirt ideas. They won't be shit like Creepsworks calling you out, cunt, because yeah, they're all just shit. And I get that you were going for like, oh, but they're rushed to, that's supposed to be the whole point. No one's gonna fucking wear them, cunt. So yeah, I do have ideas for some t-shirts, potentially. I have been like putting some actual effort into like designing them and shit like that. So they should be things that people actually want to wear. But would that be something that you guys are particularly interested in? I have no fucking clue, because like, and that's the thing that we're talking about too, is if I do that, I'm just gonna call it get just had a fucking stroke. I'm just gonna get called a fucking Jew and a sellout if I just like, hey guys, wanna buy my t-shirts at the end? So if I'm gonna do it, I'm probably gonna have to do like a parody style video and just embrace the meme. But I don't know if it'd be worth it, because, I mean, also it'd have to be an American store, because obviously it can't ship from Australia, because, you know, 60% or something retarded of my audience is US based, so it'd be economically viable to just have the fucking store and the printing and the shipping in America. So I've got to find an American company to do it. My network does provide me with broadband. Oh, almost said it. Oh, whatever. Fucking, probably not that hard to find. They provide me with a Spreadshirt affiliate link where I get benefits from it. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, because I want to do like a sort of this shirt was cash style t-shirts as well, where it has like full shirt and sleeve printing, not just like the Spreadshirt rectangular bubble that you're kind of stuck with. The guy did say that he showed me an example, and I'm like, hey, fucking, they've got full shirt printing, why can't I have that? And he's like, oh, yeah, I would, but they're only for bigger people. And I'm like, Negro. But, yeah, I don't know. Tell me if that's something you guys really want to see with merchandise. It'd probably just be, I don't know, there'd be a couple, like, insider, like, memes from, like, GreenTexts and stuff like that. But primarily, it's probably centered around, like, Australian shitposter. And, like, I don't know. I also want to make it something that someone could wear and not be embarrassed by it. Because obviously, like, I'd have, like, the GreenText sort of stuff, like the Be Me on, like, a t-shirt. But then it's just like, if people ask you, you gotta fucking explain it to people. And it is kind of cringe. Whereas if it's just, like, a generally nice design, people won't question it. They'll be like, hey, nice shirt. And that's kind of what I go for. Kind of like, well, Teddy Fresh is the best example. But then that's also way out of my fucking league. And that's on a totally other level than this fucking a 19-year-old cunt from Australia is. That's a totally separate brand to their thing. But, yeah. T-shirts. Let me know if that's the thing that you want to see. Whoa! Went off immediately. Creepyleaks. Yeah, I don't even know how to get on t-shirts. Don't know. Yeah, anyway, Creepyleaks. Some of the other shit that he was fucking doing is apparently he cheated on his wife multiple times with a fan. And the funniest thing is, I don't know why I'm fucking up my words so much today. I feel like it's because, like, I've heard people say that when people fuck up their words like that, it's because that they're thinking or they're trying to get the words out too fast, and they just fuck it up, which I feel like I do a lot. And that's a lot of the reason why I feel like people have really messy handwriting, is that they can't write fast enough. So it just ends up being like fucking chicken scratch. But yeah, the funny thing is was this fan that he fucking cheated on with his wife, is that it's literally all on Tumblr. She's talking about laundry she's buying, and just all of this like really like weird fucking shit. And I mean, I don't think she says Mr. Creepypasta, or even like his real name or anything like that. But Vincent Venacava, who is a guy that provides a lot of the stories from Mr. Creepypasta, would like all of her fucking posts on Instagram and Tumblr. And it's kind of like, oh, why is he doing that to this random person? Yeah, so that was, yeah, they kind of fucking outed themselves a bit. As well as just, like, really weird business practices. Oh, that was a fucking thing that was hilarious, too. This guy that did the leak did some actual sound editing for Mr. Creepypasta. And, when he'd do it, he'd just, like, send him the sound file. Just be like, edit it today. Which the guy was kind of expected to drop everything and edit his video. He said he just got used to it and didn't really fault him for it, that. But, like, He told him to like edit out all the screw ups, and he's like, "Oh, at one point in this one story, I counted 40 fuck ups," and then I'm like, "I'm not the fucking only one, cunt." Oh shit. I mean, granted, that guy does basically all longer stories, but fuck, man, 40 fuck ups. I don't know if I had that many at once. I probably did with longer stories, but even the big guys that have been doing it for like fucking 10 years still fuck up a lot, and that's good to know. That it's not only just me. But yeah, I don't know, there's not that much more to say about Creepyleaks. It definitely wasn't as deep as the Channel Awesome stuff. Channel Awesome's still getting butt fucked by it. They've been losing subscribers in the thousands for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know, I haven't checked Mr. Creepypasta. Actually, I'll do that now, live on the podcast. Let's check. Social Blade. Mr. Creepypasta. Search. Nope, he's fine. Fucking hell. It literally affected him for 2 days, and then nothing happened. So, I think it was released on the Monday. He lost 30 subscribers. And then on the Tuesday, he lost 17 subscribers. And then the Wednesday, he gained 362. Oh, it affected him for 2 days. And it was literally, he made it up immediately the next day and more so. Holy fucking big rip. Oh, shit. That did literally nothing. What else do I have to talk about? I don't know, I've got a couple things here. Oh, might as well talk about this. I'll call him out by name, fuck you. There's a dude in my comments, comments a lot. His name is Anti-Communist. He recently commented on one of my latest videos saying that, hey, fucking... Basically, he called me out saying, how dare you re-upload this? You've already done this story. Fucking, yeah, and just tried to shame me into doing it, and like, do you fucking job and do that. And I'm like, haven't done this video before, dude. And so I just commented back saying, alright, if I've done this video on my channel before, feel free to link me the video where I've actually uploaded this. And then an hour or two later he replies with, oh, sorry, I don't know why I thought you already uploaded this. And there's a good reason why you already thought I uploaded this. It's because you can't fucking tell the difference between me and other narrators for some fucking reason. Even though our accents are almost completely fucking opposite, your brain is so retarded that you can't tell two people apart. Oh, man. I don't know, I just do that every time now when people are like, you fucking re-uploaded this, you're fucking due. And I'm like, I should just have a copy-paste thing at this point, just be like, link it to me if I've re-uploaded it. And they all just come back just being like, oh, sorry, I thought you did. That must have been someone else. And I'm like, fucking, you cunts. But yeah, that was that. What else have I got on my listy list of lists? Oh, yeah, so, fucking, it came to my attention of the existence of a 9-year-old flexer, as she calls herself, Lil Tay. She's basically this 9-year-old Asian who's got a lot of mummy and daddy's money, and she memes a lot on social media. Also says nigger a lot. I might also put in a little bit of a fucking compilation of her shit here. Might as well.
This Lil Tay, I'm 9 years old, and I'm the youngest flexer of the century. And I'm richer than all y'all broke ass niggas. See that view?
Y'all don't have that view.
I'm better than you. Bitch, I ain't got no license, broke ass. Bitch, you broke ass nigga.
So basically, it's about what you'd imagine if Rice Gum was 9 and also a woman. Yeah, so fucking... why is she a thing? And then, I don't even know what to say, because it's just like, okay, righto, you're gonna regret this immediately in the next fucking 10 years, dude. You're gonna look back and go, ooh, fucking cringy. I was playing fucking Pokemon a 9 years old cunt. I wasn't on YouTube and Instagram going, fuck you, I got more money than you, I've got a Lamborghini, what do you got, you fucking plebeian? Fucking flexer, I'm the youngest flexer, ooh. I mean, fucking, meanwhile, I'm just sitting in my bedroom just playing Pokemon, dude. I think it's just fucking kids nowadays. Just, how do I word this? Kids nowadays seem to be, I wouldn't say maturing earlier, but that's the best way to describe it, I guess. Because I always look back at, or even just kids nowadays, and I mean, they're on YouTube, they're yelling across like buses and shit like that, calling cunts and every second word is fuck. But I mean, I know, coming from me, that's ironic, but dude, I'm a fucking adult basically at this point. I can do it. It's just gross coming out of a fucking 9-year-old's mouth at another fucking 9-year-old. Honestly, it's just gross. And even just like, I don't even know how to fucking describe more of it. Even just like, 'cause, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. I was going to say just like, and they always want to play Call of Duty, and the Fortnite's a fucking meme. Playing Minecraft back at their age. But I mean, whatever. They can play fucking Call of Duty, I guess. Just don't fucking squeal and literally do a tartary when you fucking die, please, because I value my eardrums. But yeah, just fucking, I saw the fucking Lil Tay, and I just got annoyed, and I just got pissed off. And I'm like, why are you a thing? Who fucking shared you around and decided this was a good idea? Who, even like the fact that, obviously she's fucking 9 years old, so someone else has to be recording her videos and editing her videos. So in someone's fucking head, they're like, oh yeah, my 9-year-old fucking daughter that's throwing money around in a Lamborghini, calling people niggers, and flexing on people is a good video. And then they're going to the edit stage and they're like, yes, this is still a good idea. And then they upload it and they're like, yes, this is good content that people want to see. People still watch it. It's not good content though. And again, here I'm talking with my whole fucking thing is where I steal other people's stories and then read them. But, oh, fuck, man. Go back and play Pokemon like a normal 9-year-old. Oh, fucking hell. Man, I don't know why I'm so thirsty this podcast. What else did I have on my little list of things? Oh, yeah. Google Duplex. You seen that thing that's been going around? No? Okay, let me explain it to you then. Basically, Google had their own little Google conference showing off a bunch of their technology. Didn't watch it, only saw this segment. Basically, Google Duplex is the new AI, I guess, of this part of the Google Assistant, which is basically the equivalent of Siri on Android phones. And basically, you can get your Google Duplex AI to call businesses and make appointments and schedule things for you. And basically, what it does is it calls people and uses, and it makes it sound like it's an actual person, and basically uses like algorithmic thing of like how to respond to people, so they actually think that they're talking to a real person, but in reality, it's literally just an AI. And it does all this in the background too. Like, you can just be like, "Hey, can you call fucking Sally and schedule an appointment for this time?" And then it'll do that. I don't know why I'm explaining it. I'll just fucking play the video.
See how may I hear you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people? When? Today?
Next
Tonight?
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Or actually we reserve for like upper like 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Yep. Bye bye.
Yeah, you get the idea. It does that sort of shit for you in the background. But honestly, that immediately just seems it could like fucking immediately derail. And they do say that not all of the calls went smoothly, and a lot of them went off a little bit because there's only so much that an AI can fool people into thinking that it's an AI and not an actual real person. Because it probably only has like programmed responses for certain phrases. And I mean, there's infinite number of combinations that you could have where you speak and responses to that. And I can imagine it'd be pretty hard on their end, but what the fuck are we coming to? Where it's just like, I don't know. Every year we're becoming closer and closer to those fat cunts in Wall-E. You know the ones I'm talking about? The ones that are like on the chair and they don't do anything else. They're just on the little hover chairs floating around places. They take them around the ship. They eat from a cup because they can't be fucked chewing. Every year, man, we're just one step closer and closer to those fat cunts from Wall-E. Oh man, yeah, I don't know what else I have really to say about Duplex apart from like, cool, I guess. Oh fuck. I think that's about everything. Oh yeah, I might as well just put it on because I thought it was fucking hilarious. I think it's kind of old news at this point. But a couple of weeks ago, I think, it was exposed. I guess exposed, brought to the attention. I think is a better way of saying it. It was brought to the attention of people that Trump faked his own fucking letter from the doctor. He fucking wrote his own doctor's letter saying he is in excellent health for someone his age. And then just got his doctor to sign off on it. Fucking, have you seen that guy? Have you seen him? Really? I mean, look at that ass, man. You think that's perfect health? You think really? You think this is peak human condition? Is this really what humanity wants as its I don't know what I'm gonna say, as its front man? As its ambassador? That's the word I was looking for. This man in perfect health. I'm memeing if you didn't realize and being sarcastic. I don't know, I just think that's fucking hilarious to me that it's just like, I am in perfect health. There's nothing wrong with me. I am the ideal body weight. Peak of human condition. Now just sign this, please. I was just like, oh, well, okay. And then the poor bastard had like his own fucking clinic rated, basically all of his files just looked through and stolen because the CIA just like, well, you got files on Trump, we're gonna have to seize all them, and the poor bastard just had to sit there while he just searched all of his shit. Yeah, I don't know, there's nothing much else I want to say about that, other than that it was fucking hilarious. Alright, I suppose it's time, unfortunately. Most autistic part of this fucking podcast. Every time, you just move up a level on the autistic spectrum. Every time I do this. And that is, of course, with the segment where I weed questions from you cunts. So, as always, if you do want to ask me any questions, submit topics, or any sort of shit like that, you can send a comment on the community tab on my channel, or you can email me at mrgreentexts@gmail.com. That's mrgreentexts@gmail.com. For next week, of course, it's going to be worst working on the podcast. So if any questions or any sort of shit for either of us, yeah, do that. And it'll be up after I put this podcast up. So, let's have a look through these bloody comments, hey? Let's go oldest first. Cullen64 asks, are traps gay? No. Traps are the gay. I don't know how many times I have to explain this. If it has a dick, it's pretty gay. Melamisi, I swear this dude submits questions every, episode of the podcast. What was your childhood like? Childhood was pretty chill. I'm an only child, so a lot of it was just, me in the backyard doing whatever the fuck. Nothing really traumatizing happened, really, I guess. I don't know what's really much else to say. Don't really have I still live at home. I've got a good relationship with my parents. Nothing really out of the ordinary, I guess. Hi, how are you? Asks, who are you? My name's Jeff. What the fuck? Zutha Tony Guys, whatever, fuck you. How do you spell color/color? COLOR. Cause when not American, why is that a fucking thing? Why is there different fucking spellings for American spellings and English spellings? It's called English for a reason. Why did you have to be fucking different and be like, no, there's a U in there? Why? Why did you have to fucking change it? Why'd you change jelly to jello? Why do you fucking call jam jelly? You know how fucking long it took me to realize that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich wasn't actually peanut butter and jello? It wasn't until oh no, Americans are fucking dumb and they substitute words for other things because they like to be different and drive on the other side of the road. Yeah, it wasn't until then that I realized, oh no, they actually mean a peanut butter and jam sandwich. And then I had one and I'm like, it's mediocre. Hasim the Dream 1 asks, if you could have anyone as a guest, who and why? Oh, I think I've answered this one before, but I'll just say it again. I think probably my number one guest would probably have to be Max Mofo. Mostly because, YouTube-wise, he's still probably to this day one of the YouTubers I enjoy watching the most, even though he really only does Pokemon card unboxings at this point. I just love his fucking reactions to everything, and just how fucking far back he goes. And I don't know, there's been times where I've actually conversed with him and I have no idea if he'll actually remember that, and I think it'd be pretty funny to see if he actually remembers me at any sort of stage. Because there's a point on my old channel where I did one of his challenge videos. I can say it, they're all fucking privatized anyway. I did his I think, which one was it? Oh no, it was the Extreme Milk Challenge, where basically you drink as much milk as you can while getting eggs pelted at you. And basically his version, you got How To Basic, of course, which he pelted eggs at max while he drank a shit ton of milk. And the whole meme with milk is if you drink too much too quickly, you'll just immediately vomit it. So I did that, and he commented on the video, and immediately I went up 1,000 fucking subs pretty fucking quickly. All because he just commented on one of my videos. That time on YouTube is fucking gone, dude. Man, I wish someone popular could just comment on a video and just get thousands of subs. But then also, don't know if anyone really remembers, he doesn't really upload anymore. A lot of YouTubers are just friends with fucking each other at this point. Gonzo SSM also just commented on the video for some fucking reason, because he was friends with Max. And he's like, hey, do this as well, up your subscribers. And they did. And then no one watched my fucking content on that channel anymore. Doggo Productions second channel? What the fuck? What's your first channel? If that's your second. Yeet. My first vid. I'm just gonna go through this guy's channel. Completely derail for a second. I don't know why I'm so curious about this. What? Okay, whatever. That was a complete fucking waste of time. His one video was a 1 second video on his channel, and it was just a demonetized face. Okay. Anyway, Doggo Productions, second channel, asks, do you have a real job? You're saying this isn't a real job, dude? I don't know. No, not really. My main source of income at the moment is from YouTube. I actually did finally graduate from my film degree, so I suppose I better go put that to use and go see if I can get an editing job or production job or some sort of shit like that. But no, not really. I'm kind of just like doing my thing with YouTube. I sell replica props online. I got a 3D printer, so I make a bit of money from that too. And just other like odd jobs, doing some editing here and there. And yeah, that's kind of just like how I'm making my money at the moment. Yeah. Mustard Base. Got me. Who inspired you to start YouTube and GreenTexts in general? Well, to start YouTube, my first channel ages ago, everyone wanted to be PewDiePie. I made fucking Amnesia videos, if anyone remember that fucking hot meme for a while. But GreenTexts in general, I've said it before, just completely ripped off Mr. Creepypasta. I wanted to do some creepypasta narrations, but obviously the genre is just completely saturated with other narrators that I'm like, there's no fucking point. So I'm like, what can I narrate? And I'm like, hey, GreenTexts are a thing. And then I did a quick search on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, there's not really much here. So I just did that. Seems to be going alright. Golden Cobra asks, name something worse than gay furry porn. Oh, that's easy. Trap Gary. Fuck that up. Gay furry... I can't say words. Gay furry porn, but there's also a trap. So it's 3 times the gay. AA asks, what is the most autistic experience you've ever had / witnessed? So I had a little bit of a think of this one, and probably the most autistic experience I had was, I think I was like 15 at the time, and I went to the cinemas with a bunch of my mates, and we were seeing like an MA-rated movie, which, if you don't know, in Australia we have a different rating system to America. We have G, which is everyone, PG, which is parental guidance, M, which is mature. So basically from M down to G, anyone can really see it, anyone can go up and see the movie. But MA is 15 plus, and R is 18 plus. And so I was 15, and, you know, I had to show some fucking ID, because I was, at the time, you know, turning 15 and whatever the fuck. And so I'm at the counter, and I had my ID in, like, my wallet. But my wallet was one of those ones where it could fold out, but also fold out a second time. And when it folded out a second time, I had my ID on like a plastic sleeve. And so my idea was I was going to like flip out my wallet and then also flip out the second compartment to show them my ID. Instead what happened was I flipped it out and the second part flipped out, and then my ID flew out of my wallet and went across the counter and off the other side. And then she just like stared at me for a second and just like picked it up and just awkwardly gave it back to me, and I'm like, thank you. Yeah, that was probably the most autistic probably experience that I've had. Witnessed, I'm not sure, I'd probably have to think about it. But yeah. Whoops. Steve the Nerd asks, what YouTubers do you enjoy watching? So probably my favorite is probably the Cow Chop. I love the shit they do because they just don't give a fuck most of the time. That's the one that comes to mind first. I don't know, I'm gonna have to open my subscriptions for a second. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. Yeah, Cow Chop's probably the one that comes to mind. A lot of the Rooster Teeth stuff, to be honest. Fuck, I don't know why. I'm just like, yes, I'll do this question, and then like immediately not think about what other YouTubers I watch. I don't know. I literally subscribe to like 400 people. There's almost too much at this fucking point. Fuck, I'm not sure. Who's another good YouTuber that I fucking love? Oh, Lewis Spears, of course. Talked about him before. Go subscribe to Lewis Spears. Yeah, this would be a good fucking meme. If go on Lewis Spears' YouTube channel. He does like Lou review and stuff like that. Go on his latest video, subscribe and do all that sort of shit. Post in these comments, Mr. GreenTexts sent you. So that'd be fucking hilarious. I just kind of like bombard him a little bit with a couple of my guys. But even if it's just a couple people do it, go to Lewis Spears' YouTube channel, go to his latest video, and just say, "Hey, Mr. GreenTexts sent me." That'd be fucking hilarious to me, because it'd be like, what the fuck? This person that just sent in a thing? What the fuck? What is he doing here? That'd be hilarious to me. Yeah, he does a lot of good shit. So go subscribe to him and do that thing that I just said. Jordan Mull asks, "Do you like doing this?" I enjoy doing the podcast. That's for sure. I don't know. I think I've said it before. I don't get satisfaction doing green text reading, because, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm just reading texts and then just recording it and then, yeah, putting a picture of what I'm reading up. So it's not satisfying at all. Podcast I like because I can actually just put out my thoughts to people and then they watch it for some fucking reason. It's almost like a bit of therapy, almost at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. I've got a couple shit posts in mind that I'll probably put on my channel as well. But yeah, I'll probably enjoy those a lot more. I have enjoyed I'm doing one for my 40,000 subscriber special where I've got 4 guest voices on. And it's like a cool sci-fi green text thing, roleplay. And I'm really enjoying doing that. But mostly because, like, yeah, it's really long and cool and different. Happy Pile of Guts asks, "What are your thoughts on religion as a whole? Either that you have had a specific case of religious people that have just fucking infuriated you." Thoughts on religion as a whole. I guess I don't give a fuck about religion. I don't see the point of, well, I see the point of religion. A lot of the time, people join religions for a sense of community. And it's not so much the fact that they believe in a thing, I think, is the issue. It's the same reason why, like, for example, like the stonecutters and like really weird secret societies like that. It's mostly just for a sense of community and a sense of belonging. And religion seems to be the most sort of like open, or religion seems to be the sense of communities have like the most open arms and accepting of people. And they kind of just go along for the ride because they don't want to be fucking alone. But I went to a Catholic primary school and a Catholic high school. Not because I am Catholic. I'm agnostic, if anything. Mostly just because they were good schools compared to the other like shit state schools. So I had to do religion as like a subject in school, and I mean I'm glad that I did, looking back on it now, because I learnt like stuff about other religions that I probably wouldn't have known. Like I had to do a thing on like Muslims and Islam and shit like that. But specific cases with religious people that just fucking infuriated me. I don't know, I guess just like the whole fucking pedophile ring thing that the Catholic Church does and covers up with the fucking priests and how they just move them around a lot. Because, like, I don't know, I actually will look up the statistic because I won't, because I'll fuck it otherwise. Give me 1 second. Catholic priest pedophile statistic. There was a statistic. I can't say the word. There was a statistic that came out ages ago. Oh, right. Here it is. 7% of all Catholic priests were alleged sex abuse predators. 7%. Like, you might go, oh, well, that means 93% of them are not pedophiles. But you take into account, let's say, number of priests worldwide. Okay, so this is in 2012, apparently. So in 2012, there were a total of 414,000 priests. 7% of that. Give me 1 second to do some calculations. 414,000 divided by 100 times by 7. That means there's 28,980-ish fucking pedophile priests in the world. That's a fucking lot of pedo priests, dude. What the fuck? That means that the Catholic Church is trying to cover up 28,000, almost 29,000 cases of pedophilia that they're like, nah, that didn't happen, let me just move them over here, or protecting them from fucking custody because churches have a fucking exemption from the government and shit like that. That's what fucks me off, the fact that fucking religions get, like, tax exemption. I remember watching a documentary, like, a couple days ago, actually, about Scientology, and how the fact that, basically what classifies you as a religion is that your main follower is dead. And it wasn't until like a couple years ago that they were actually fully classified as a religion, and then therefore they were tax exempt, which means that they dodged over $1 billion worth of fucking money that they were about to be taxed unless they were classified as religion. That's fucked. I mean, honestly, like, a lot of them just seem to fronts for money, honestly. Wow, went on a bit of a fucking tangent for fucking religions. Man, I'll probably get one more question in. Let's see. Rex Rat asks, do you have any plans for post-secondary/career? I don't know what you mean by post-secondary, but post-career. You mean like post-YouTube career? Oh, that's easy. My plan is to get into the fucking film industry, to be honest. I'm slowly working my way through it, editing a couple short films at the moment, working on production and stuff like that, trying to make contacts. I did meet a guy not too long ago who was actually working in Canada on some of the DC shows, and he's going to try and get me some ins there, potentially, maybe. I don't know, so who knows, your boy might be moving to fucking Canada in a couple of years to work on some fucking TV shows and shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically my plans for, well, even like, I don't know, post-career? I don't know. You probably should have clarified with like post-YouTube career. I'm going to assume that's what you meant by post-career. But yeah, working in the film industry, working in TV industry, and shit like that, I guess. So, I gotta think of a secret quote thingy. Oh, okay, whatever. Let's just make it religion. So, if you actually made it through this almost hour-long fucking podcast of me rambling to my fucking self, like most podcasts, be sure to include in your comments somewhere religion, or reference a religion, or even, yeah, just reference a religion or include the word religion in your comments so that I know that you actually made it through this whole fucking podcast. And as well, if you want to be an extra good boy and earn some extra good boy points, go to Lewis Spears' YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description to make it a bit easier for you. Go to his latest video and just say, hey, Mr. GreenTexts sent me. Because I think that'll be pretty fucking funny. But as well, if you do have any questions, any topics, or anything like that, that you want to send me for next week for me and Worse Rocking, you can either put the question in the community tab on my channel, or you can email me at mrgreentext@gmail.com. That's Mr. GreenText with an S on the end of that. And as always, cheers, cunts.